How do I balance the energy I spend maintaining versus reinventing?
Yeah. So, this is a whole thing about like how do we keep things going that are working versus how do we like start finding like maybe reinvent our careers when other things in our life is, are all good and all of that. So one thing that I'll recommend here or talk about here is automation. Finding ways to automate, parts of your life or parts of maybe you're reinventing yourself while you're keeping your day job. Finding a way to automate as much of your day job as you can. Delegate, empower others to help you out, create systems, because that was one of the things that really helped me. There were some things, obviously, I have to still maintain the job I had. When I worked at IBM, I was doing a lot of things on the side, outside of IBM. And in order to get those things done at a really high level and enjoy and draw fulfillment from that work, I needed to make sure that I still did my day job really well, and that I still hit the targets that I needed to hit. And for me, automation was one of the best ways to do it. I created systems that made it so that I could hit my targets with the least amount of effort. And we always have an opportunity to automate. We don't always take it because sometimes we don't have experience in it. I didn't always have experience in it, but when you do find ways to automate, you definitely make your life a lot easier. You create systems, but it does involve, of course, a little bit of investment up front. And I did have to invest in that automation process building up front so that then I could enjoy it a little bit later. And I did. I figured that out. I solved the automation challenge for my day job, and I was able to automate. I used to estimate. I told people. I remember, I think I estimated about 60 to 70%. I automated about 60 to 70% of the role, which didn't leave me with very much to have to worry about, as long as I kept that system flowing. And so I was able to figure that out. And once I figured that out, I focused on the 30 to 40% that remained, which then left me with a lot of time to focus on as well, shift focus to the things that might lead to the next reinvention. My speaking career, my coaching career, like things that I was doing outside. I was teaching at UPenn, at Sarah Lawrence College, so I still had those jobs on the side. So I was able to manage all of that. And for me, it was really just about how do I, it wasn't about balancing. It was about getting smarter than that. It was about figuring out how do I automate so that I don't have to balance it all. And I can actually focus on, because we only have so much focus. So I always assume that there's only so much I can focus on, and to try to balance it all, not going to work. I've learned that the hard way. But what does work is to automate some pieces, delegate some pieces, and then take whatever focus you actually have and just move it over to the other stuff, and then split there as needed, so that you can get all that done. So that's what I would recommend in terms of maintaining versus reinventing.